I was lamenting that I'm not very manly. It was about music and stuff. And that continued again last night. I played pickleball again with the crew.
And did your alleged low testosterone come up with the fellas?
No, they didn't say it in so many words, but they did hear about it. The reason I said I thought I might have low testosterone is I don't like hard rock music or rap music that these guys all love. They play it while we're playing pickleball. It's at loud, high levels. I don't know or like any of the songs. They drop, the F word in there all the time, and I'm just like, I don't know.
I don't know. Would rather hear John Denver,
yes,
Taylor Swift,
yes,
Olivia Rodrigo.
It's just yes. I mean, all of those things are true. So last night, a particularly hard rock song would come on. They'd be like, "Everything okay over there? You gonna cry, are you?" That kind of stuff.
Some good-natured ribbon.
Good-natured.
And now they're coming at you.
That's right. They came at me a little less. Do you know what happened last night? The lights, I didn't realize this, are on a timer, and I guess they're timed from like 5:30 to 9. They come on, and so last night, so I've never been there at 9 o'clock. I always leave about 8:30 or 8:45. Well, the lights apparently just shut down. Well, nobody changed the clocks, so at 8 o'clock, while we're all in mid-play, pickleball coming right at my face, lights,
darkness
go down. And it's just like, what in the world,
What do we do?
So they tried to jiggle the lights for about 10 or 15 minutes.
Using cell phone flashlights?
Yes. 4 or 5 guys huddled around a pole with a box on it for 15 minutes trying to get lights to come on. Nothing ever works. So Diesel, my partner, the Diesel, who will play anything, anytime. He's the most competitive person I've ever met, said, everybody take your cars and point them towards...
No, he did not.
He would not give in. He will not give in.
And turn the headlights on, and then we'll be able to play. And finally somebody had said, Diesel, I'm calling it. Time of death.
We're done.
8:15.
This is a sign.
We have to go home. So we went home a little early.
Did someone send an angry email to the county?
Yeah. It's like, get your clocks right.
Fix your clocks.
Fix the clocks so the lights don't go
I
out.
would bet that happens at quite a few parks
Guaranteed.
all over the nation.
Guaranteed.
And I bet twice a year some poor guy's like, oh, man, I didn't change anything. And he has to go around to every single park and do it.
I bet less than half are changed properly.
Mm-hmm.
So it just went right at prime time. I was really starting to feel myself last night, trying to get the juices flowing.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's better, though, because Chris Demm saw me hobble down the hall today.
Yeah, I had to walk behind him, Biggie. I don't like to do that. I mean, it's like one leg. He almost looks like one leg is shorter than the other.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe I can bank on that.
Well, and then Chris Demm was asking me this morning. He said, is that mouse, the computer mouse, working okay? And I said, it's working fine for me. He goes, well, maybe it's just his cut fingers.
I can't get this computer. Now it's doing a little better. I couldn't get it working today.
Doing fine for me.
The trackball. Maybe you lodged it loose. My fingers are bad. I've got cut fingers. It's just been a bad week. I've just had a tough week.
Maybe it's the lockjaw setting in the tetanus.
Could be.
Oh, yeah. Keep waiting for that to happen.
That's possible. So
now, you would lose so much weight with lockjaw. Imagine.
If I could cross my fingers, I would. If
they're too injured.
They're too injured. They're too cut. They're too mangled to even cross. Chris Demm was saying during garbage time when I was concerned about my low testosterone, and then somebody pointed out on email, not only do I not like hard rock and rap music, I prefer the top 40 stuff, the real light bubblegum pop, as it's called. I also don't like, I mentioned this, like mob movies, gangster movies. I like the rom-coms. And then somebody said, yeah, you don't hunt. You don't like guns, really. You don't do, there's all these manly pursuits, tattoos. You don't get tattoos or anything. All these things. I was like, yeah, that's right. But my testosterone level is good, according to the doctor.
You just went.
I did just a couple of weeks ago. Chris Demm said, and I had the exact same problem, he is trying to unhook his hose from the faucet, the nozzle outside, because it's that time of year. And I know I haven't been able to do it, but he finally was able to get the hose undone. He says.
Pretty good about it.
Did you use a tool or did you just do it by hand?
I had to.
What tool did you find?
I have a vice grip plier.
All right. That's what I'm going to have to want.
It took me 2 seconds it took me 5 seconds to realize what it was.
Yes.
It's a silver.
Yeah. Dave said, get you a crescent wrench. And I said, Dave, come on now.
Don't even know where that is.
We're not doing things like crescent wrench. And then,
so I sprayed it with WD-40 and
did.
Used the vice grip.
Mine's only been on there like 6 months because we're just
the same. I mean, because you water your stuff in the spring.
Yeah, and
then you unhook it.
That's right. And so I'm going to try. Okay, I'm going to get a tool. Because I've got to stop by the hardware store today anyway. I'm buying some stuff that somebody recommended to get my son's toilet clean.
That's right.
I had several people have recommended different items. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to go full blast on this today before Thanksgiving. All right, I'm going to get this done.
Well, now I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but you kind of let slip yesterday that one of the gifts for your wife's birthday is a full house cleaning. Do you want to let them do it?
I thought about that,
or they won't bring that powerful a chemical.
I don't know that they can. I mean, I tried to scrub it for 30 minutes.
I don't know. I'll tell you, sometimes when I've had my place cleaned professionally, I always call it the magic bottle. This lady shows up with. I think sometimes people that clean, they almost make their own cleaning set that gets rid of anything.
Either that or they know the secrets of what really works.
Yeah, because it's normally the same lady when I have it done.
Yeah.
And she has this bottle that she just sprays, and it smells everything looks amazing and smells amazing when she leaves.
I know exactly what you mean now.
And I'm like, what's in that bottle?
It's nice to have the house. That's why I gave it to my wife for her birthday. Her birthday's the end of the week.
Yeah.
And I surprised her and I said, guess what? On Friday, you have to get out of the house.
Am I going on a massage? Did you get me a massage?
No, the house is filthy.
Do you see what a good husband I am? I said, let's get you.
You should write a book.
I said, let's get you a cleaning.
Are you sending me to a resort for the weekend?
No.
No,
we're not doing that. Get out while they clean the house top to bottom. 8 hours just to be out of the house. 8 hours.
8 hours? Right. My word.
What they told us.
That's a lot of cleaning.
They said 8 hours. We're going to clean from top to bottom.
Have you already prepped your kids for this? Like, you got to get all your dishes out.
Yeah.
You know they're not going to. I mean, you're going to.
Yeah.
The classic thing is you're going to clean before they clean.
That's right. And it's I compare two things. I'm going to the dentist tomorrow, and I have not. This time, though, I'm just throwing in the towel. I have not flossed at all in 6 months. Now, normally, 5 days before, I start flossing like a madman to get rid of the blood.
Sure.
Before I go in.
Yeah, to get the pre-bleed.
Yep. This time, there's no pre-bleed.
You're going to hit those gums hard.
Just going to have to hit them. I'm just going to tell them up front, look, I haven't flossed in 6 months. I'm praying I don't have a cavity. I haven't flossed in 6 months. Good luck. I'm just going to tell them. You're going to have to deal with it.
The oral hygiene in your family, no offense, but my God.
None taken. My son. Yeah, my
You're
son.
a grown man. The cavity-prone years should be in your rearview mirror.
You always say that. I always doubted you, but then someone did prove it to me that you say that the cavity-prone years is like 6 to 12.
That was a Crest toothpaste ad campaign in the 60s.
He's right.
And it worked. Most of us.
Now, do you think my new pickup of Celsius and Alani new drinks?
No sugar.
No sugar in those.
Okay.
That's a good point. Do you know, listen to what I did today also. Already, this is another way I'm off. Some folks brought by, Biggie was talking about Alani New, which is an energy drink that he really likes. It's very sweet, even though there's no sugar in it. Cosmic Stardust is a great one.
Yeah.
That Cherry Crush.
Crush used to be Hawaiian shaved ice.
Yes.
A new one I'm really enjoying, Tropsicle.
Yes.
I got some Tropsicle right here, actually.
Is that like a creamsicle?
It's more.
Oh God, he's going to fall over.
It's more mango. She's picked it up.
More. It's got a little more pineapple.
Pineapple, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, this Tropsicle, every time I have a new one, changes me.
Yeah.
I have a new favorite.
That looks good. I like the can on that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Megan, who runs cameras here, this really nice guy who works for RH Behringer. They do the canning of beers and stuff around here. Brought by, said, I heard you like this. So we brought by 3 cases for Biggie and 3 cases for me. So I've just been drinking them, and they're sitting there next to me in the office. I'll put one in the fridge and have it. The Cosmic Stardust, Tropsicle, another flavor. And so Megan, who runs camera, came by today, and Chris Demm said, hey, Megan, I don't know if you drink these energy drinks. Would you like one? And she said, yeah, I might have a couple of those. And I said, they're sweet like you. And immediately...
What is wrong
I had to
with
file an
you?
incident report.
Immediately when I said it, I thought
What makes you do that?
I don't know.
Why can't you just go, here, grab one?
Right. I said, they're sweet like you.
Or even just give her the warning, like, yeah, they're really sweet.
Right.
But then you have to add in some.
Well, I wanted to pay her a compliment. Because I like her. She's very nice.
Yeah.
Said they're sweet like you.
Yeah.
So she backed away without taking her eyes off of me. She did not take a drink. And then I heard her run down the hall.
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
You know how that goes, always.
She'll sleep with her eyes. She won't need energy drinks.
No kidding.
She won't be able to sleep for a week.
Yeah.
It's a good point, unfortunately.
You always have to go Mad Men.
I know. And
You mean Don Draper Mad
I
Men?
don't know why I
Not
do
even.
it.
Yeah, Don Draper's not even as bad as he is. He's more like the higher up execs.
Yeah.
Hey, doll. Hey, sweets.
I know.
Have a drink of this. It's sweet like you.
I know. Yesterday, the reason we got on my testosterone was because some woman on Instagram keeps getting kicked off Instagram because she's so attractive that they flag her account saying, you're too good looking. No one looks like this. You're too hot for Instagram. And Biggie says every comment under her picture is always start from guys that she doesn't know. And how do they start them?
Hey, beautiful.
That's it. Hey, beautiful.
Hey, beautiful.
So
As if that's going to get him noticed.
I know. Essentially, that's what I said to her. They're sweet like
Yeah.
you. Right to her face. Stupid. A follow-up from yesterday. We were talking about things people regretted purchasing during the pandemic. Air fryers was on the list.
I have one.
Yeah, and you don't use it.
Yeah, it's still in the box, still sealed. I pulled it out yesterday after that list.
Because we talked about it, yeah.
And I said to myself, all right, I'm going to crack this bad boy open. And I did not.
You didn't do it.
Nope.
You get it. Well,
And then I just put it right back where it had been because it was now in my way as I cooked my dinner.
right. Many times we say we're going to do something,
course.
and then we don't. But the other things were like exercise equipment and stuff people had bought during the pandemic. There's a woman, she's she goes to school at Michigan State, Abby Trubich. She's 20 years old. She was making a hash brown in her new air fryer from Costco, and she put the still hot air fryer compartment on top of her also hot stove, and it blew it up.
Ooh,
Now, I
yeah.
do that. I've done that because I always feel like, well, if hot goes on hot, it's fine, because the stove is always designed to be hot. They say you're not supposed to do that. 10 firefighters had to come out to put out the fire.
What blew up? The air fryer compartment?
She placed it on top of the electric stove, and the stove was on. By accident. She didn't realize she had turned the stove on.
Was she high?
We don't know. She was making hash browns
At time of day?
2:40 a.m.
Like she was high or drunk.
And she left the air fryer on the stove burner, and the air fryer blew up. The thing, the air fryer is, it comes out. There's a compartment. You put like a big bowl thing into it. It cooks it, and then you take it out. And it's very, very hot, so you have to sit it somewhere. I always do sit it on the stove. Of course, the stove's not on. But that's like the place to sit it, know. But they say not to do that, at least not obviously on a stove that is on. So she winds up blowing up the whole place, and the cops had to come.
I just don't think I fry it or would use it that much.
Yeah, why'd you buy it?
Total impulse, because I said to myself, I'm going to start air frying things.
Yes.
I'm going to try different air fry recipes. And it was this. I have found that during the pandemic, I've spent more money just trying to entertain myself. And I don't really know why. I'm not normally that way, but I've rented more movies. I've bought things like an air fryer. For what reason? I don't know. I think it's just, if I'm not going out, I want to spend money.
Well, I think people are in spend money mode.
Oh, I am in spend. I mean, my family's about to have a nice Christmas.
You're going to buy a bunch of stuff.
I have. It's not even. I mean, my Christmas shopping is done, and I bet I've spent the most money I've ever spent.
Really? Because you've been saving up a little.
Not even necessarily saving up as much as just
wanting to get out there.
Yeah, wanting to buy. It's almost like my, not going out, not going to the bars, and that has led to me shopping online.
That's
more.
your mental justification.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But don't you think you've saved money by not going to bars and not going to restaurants and that kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I have paid down some things, so that definitely has helped.
Yeah.
However, I mean, but it's like if I can't go out, then I'm sitting there on my phone going, oh, well, I'm just going to buy this. And now with all these early Black Friday deals and all this
all
stuff.
sorts of deals.
Yeah.
This is about money also. In garbage time yesterday, we heard of a man who had won the $2 million lottery twice. He said he doesn't play to win. He just plays for the love of the game.
Right.
That was his thing.
Of course.
The fun and the love of the game.
Easy to say that when you pocketed $4 million.
Correct.
Yeah.
$2 million twice that he won. The second time around, he's like, oh my goodness, what do you know about this? You know, he won like 100 on the first scratcher and then $2 million. A man in Missouri wanted to get home to watch a football game. This is this past Saturday. And his wife, they were in the car together from a shopping trip. He was racing home to watch a college football game. And his wife said, I want to stop and buy lottery tickets. And he said, no, I'm not stopping. Well, she wore him down. You know how that can be, Biggie.
Oh, yeah.
I want my lottery tickets. We always do what you want to do.
Finally, he says, fine, have it your way. I'll buy some lottery tickets. So he wheels in to the convenience store and buys the quick pick ticket. It won $2.4 million that night in the drawing. $2.4 million. And the wife said, that's because of me.
Yeah. Get out.
I did that. He said, I had to admit my wife was right. You talk about holding something over somebody forever.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
She just won him she won them $2.4 million.
I will say, I think sometimes stuff like that is when, like if I'm driving by a convenience store and I think to myself for no reason at all, I haven't bought a lottery ticket in a while. I stop and do it because I feel like that's some kind of weird gut instinct.
Really? It's a sign.
It's called the gambler's fallacy.
Yeah. Now, I was going to say, now granted, I am still here.
You've never won.
I've never won.
Right.
But I feel like one day I'm going to have that feeling I'm not going to be led wrong.
He calls it the gambler's fallacy. That's a thing. That's a real thing.
Oh, yeah.
Here's one more follow-up. This is from long ago. You know how I eat my Pop-Tarts. You know how I eat them. Buttered.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I didn't know people didn't eat them buttered. I really didn't. My mother, and I've chronicled this, she slathered butter on every Pop-Tart she ever served me. She
would toast it?
Toast it in either the toaster oven or the oven with pads of butter on top. They'd melt into a pool, and the inner part of it would be soft and buttery, and I mean delicious. And she did this my whole life. She served me breakfast in bed. She brought a tray until I was about 15.
Yeah.
She brought a tray into my room with toast and jelly and butter and Pop-Tarts and eggs and every day and bacon. And I would eat it before school, and it was so great. Oh, I miss those days. I had a cowboy. My tray was a cowboy. Is that
Western thing?
Yeah, Western thing. It was really neat.
Have you ever done that for anyone in your family?
No, not once.
You just expect them to still maybe do it for you one day. You're hoping.
Yeah, on my birthday.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, so therefore, when people told me, like I would be at my friend Brian Thomas's house when I was 14 or 15, and he'd take out Pop-Tarts and just eat them dry. And I'd say, what are you doing?
Oh, you just open the envelope and eat them?
Yeah, he'd just eat them. And I was like, what?
They're not done.
You haven't even cooked them. And he's like, what are you talking about? It's like, you got to.
That's the beauty of the Pop-Tart. You can eat them cold.
You can eat them cold, but I prefer them with butter. Now, Pop-Tarts has teamed up with a company called Banner Butter, and they are making 6 butters that are flavored like the Pop-Tart. They have chocolate, strawberry, sea salt, cinnamon, and ginger. And you can make a flavored butter onto your Pop-Tart.
I bet that would be good.
It's a $25 kit with all 6 butters plus 3 boxes of Pop-Tarts to spread them on, so you can test them out.
That doesn't seem bad for $25.
$25 for 3 boxes of Pop-Tarts and all the butters. Zach, you're talking about the Pop-Tart and butter. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to let you know I tried that just because of you, and it was one of the nastiest things I've ever ate.
Why would someone say something like that? That you know you're wrong. It's butter. It always makes things better.
Does it matter which type of Pop-Tart?
Well, for me, I always went chocolate or brown sugar cinnamon, but I would think it would work on any.
That's what I was going to ask him is what Pop-Tart did he try on?
Which one did you try?
I tried chocolate. I did exactly as you said.
That's the one you should do. Try it again. You'll like it better the next
Salted
time.
or unsalted butter? That's a
Great question. Key. Salted or unsalted butter?
It was salted, but the thing is, I might have used a little too much butter.
Aha.
Ratio.
Where are you? You don't have to answer this if your boss is listening. Were you high?
Maybe.
That's a maybe. I think we know what that means.
Thank you, Zach. Try it again. Come over to us.
Sober.
Now. Don't call. That was just hurtful. He just called to hurt me.